that has been given to us so that we can function at a higher level. We tend to let ourselves be overwhelmed by the daily demands of our lives, going to work, taking care of the children, and the main reason why we are on planet Earth, we are forgetting that, which is our spiritual evolution. Realizing that we are spiritual beings, we are spirits in a physical body, having a human experience. There are many things that I may need to explain, but I cannot do all of that in that first video. So in this first one, what I'm doing is to say, if you have been hearing about the year 2012, know that it is true, it is real. There's going to be a shift energetically, and if we are aware of it, and we start changing inwardly our ways of being, then we get the benefits of what's going to happen. But if we are not, then things may not be great, and we may actually create some not so positive situation around ourselves just because we were not aware of it. So my desire is, taking this next 2 years to keep sharing information so that people can reap the benefit. It's not more complicated than that, really. So 2012 is about the energy level, the vibration on planet Earth is going to be raised much higher. Now, what does that mean? For one, maybe the first understanding is to start acknowledging or receiving the knowledge that we are all energy, we are consciousness, and consciousness is intelligence. In us human beings, this intelligence thinks, talks, right? But things that are out there that we are calling things are also consciousness. They just happen not to be behaving as we do. So the tree that's out there is alive at a different level of consciousness. It is also energy, just that energy in that consciousness is not behaving as a human being. Nevertheless, it is alive. So in talking about energy, maybe another way I can offer this information in a way that makes sense is if you take electricity, for example. We all know the uses of electricity. You can use it in your refrigerator, right? For so many things. I don't want to go into those details. You know how electricity can be used. Now, talking about vibration and raising the level of vibration, if we take a light bulb, we can have a 20-volt light bulb, or a 41, or a 101, or a 1,000-volt light bulb. So you understand that if the energy that a 1,000-volt light bulb is using is quite different than the one that's at 20 level. So consciously, if our energy on planet Earth is being raised, if we are being asked to function at the level of 1,000 voltage, but we are refusing and we're staying at 20, and there's this influx of energy on the planet, if you are not prepared, then you may get burned pretty much. So that's what's going to be happening. It's just that the intelligence level of the energies that's being released on planet Earth is going to be much, much, much higher. And if you are aware of it, then you receive all the benefits. So what I want to share with my friends and family and the people that have been in my circle is to say, okay, how do we go about this? What do I do? It's not really much complicated. And why am I sharing this? Because I see that all of us are so struggling, and we all want to be happy. We all want to make it. But while we're going after that, we can find simple ways to be at peace inside. So taking time to go through your practice and start incorporating this spiritual practice in your life does not mean that life becomes a straight line and everything is constantly positive. It's not about that. is rather, no matter what happens on the outside, how do you receive it on the inside, right? Can you go through challenges in your life and yet still hold your peace? Can you still laugh even if there are things that are not so pretty happening on the outer level? That's what spirituality has always been about, and of course so much more. So today in this first video, talking about 2012 and the shift, the first practice is the practice of presence, knowing how to be in your body and present, fully present to what's happening in the moment. And the way we start practicing that is to start being in nature and observing nature. I use the example of trees a little bit back. So we're going to do this exercise of taking 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you can, 10, that'll be wonderful. But take 5 minutes every day if you can, and just walk in nature if you can. I know it's still winter, it's cold out, but maybe you can take a walk, or if you cannot, you know, just stay at the window and look outside and pay attention. Look at the trees. Some of you may say, I don't have time, I have children, I have to take care of my kids. Maybe make it a play, make it a game with your children to do it together. Do it in silence. For the 5 minutes, do it in silence, and then you can share with your kids afterwards what everybody has felt. So you observe the trees and you decide to be with the tree, like for one moment. There will be trees outside, you will observe them, and you will notice how, if you really pay attention, you will see that each tree is unique in its shape, in the way the branches kind of move out. Even when they are from the same family, every single tree is so unique, so different. And while you look at the trees, maybe if you allow yourself, maybe you will be pulled toward one in particular. See if you can allow that to happen, to really observe that one that you have been pulled towards, and just keep looking. Just look at saying, let me see everything that I can see about this tree. And as you do this practice, maybe you will notice that while you have been observing that tree, your breath has slowed down. Maybe you will notice that you have become calmer inside of you. And in that moment, maybe you realize how you have become fully alive, not being distracted by your thought patterns. So in practicing presence, what we are doing, or what we desire, is to expand our field of awareness, our ability to notice details. And of course, the practice of noticing details is going to help us to get to really know ourselves later, notice our thought patterns, and that, I guess, will be another series. So that's really it for today. I really would love to hear back from you. Let me know what you enjoyed about the practice. Let me know if you felt like there was some information that was missing, and just let me know. Give me your feedback, and let me know also if this is something you would like to receive every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, once a month. I don't know. There's so much that can be said, so much that can be shared. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bye bye now.